All right, Shalom. Hold. All right, let me get it together over here. Let me get it together. All right. Let me see. I got still getting some feedback somewhere. Hold on. Check. Y'all let me know if y'all hear echo. Check. All right, let's get started. Now, this isn't about no uh marine spirits, because what good would it do if you don't know how to fight the spirits? All right, the serpents are there to represent the unseen. Okay, that's what the dragons are there for. They represent what you can't see, but they're deadly. Okay, now submarines use sound to target enemy targets and to move around. And a lot of people, I've heard it said over the years that people, they can't worship a God that they can't see. And to that I say, you don't see that oxygen that you're sucking up. You don't see them sound waves, but you can hear them sound waves, and they can translate and relay and show you images of what I say. You see what I'm saying? But all right, let me see. I'll put my note. Oh, okay. Let me get into it. Let me get into it. All right, now let's do a list of things you can't see. You can't see shock wave. You know, after the atom bomb blow up, the shock waves are invisible, but they'll blow you off your feet. An explosion, the shock wave, you can't see that. You can't see them UV rays when they giving folks sunburn, can you? You can't see that, but you can feel it. What it is, you lack the perceptive. You lack the ability to see them. They are there. You just don't have the adequate training or tools to see them. All right. All right. Magnetic waves. You can't see that either. Let me shalom, Arlene, and everybody else. Let me get into this Bible. Go. The Bible said the Most High is invisible. Let's see what it said. Let's see what it says. Let's walk through this. And you know, Marines is of the water, right? How do we go into captivity? Deuteronomy 28. You're going into captivity on the water. I know when you think of Marines, you're thinking about the European soldiers or the Roman branch military, the Marines. Yeah. But all right, let me get on over here to it. Jeremiah 51, the Most High said, we are his battle axes and weapons of war. Let's start right there first. Jeremiah 51, verse 20. Let's see. Let's start there first. Here it is. Battle axes and weapons of war. All right. He selected a nation of people, the nation of Israel, the portion of Jacob. Jacob is dead. So who is he talking about? The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. Yahuwah of hosts is his name. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. Now, if you don't know you are a weapon of war, then you're not gonna be engaged in warfare. You won't be as effective. You don't know you're a soldier. You ain't gonna fight. That's why the enemy wants to colonize your mind as soon as you come out the womb, telling you what you ain't. That's why you got to listen to this sonar and this communication of the word. All right. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. We tearing down Satan's kingdom. For with thee I will break in pieces the nation, and with thee I will destroy kingdoms. All right. Now, let's get into let me see where I'm gonna start at. Let's start at 1 Timothy 1:17. Some warfare going on. 1 Timothy 1:17. See that right? Okay. Howbeit for this cause I obtain mercy, for that in me first, Yahushua HaMashiach might show forth all long suffering for a pattern to them which should hereafter believe on him to life everlasting. People say, if you are more inclined to live in the natural than the spiritual, you lack the ability to see the eternal. You won't be able to see the eternal because you're too busy, trained, and focused on the natural. Okay? We are two parts. Now, unto the King eternal, the Most High, immortal, invisible, the only wise God, be honor and glory forever and ever. Amen. He's visible and invisible. I'm visible and invisible. Can anybody think how? I want you to do, let's take a deep dive. Can anybody think how I am both visible and invisible? I want you to think you too are visible and invisible. You can hear my voice. Those of who that know me, you know it's me. You understand? My voice is invisible. But if you've seen me before, you can visualize the image of my face. All right. It ain't that deep, family. We just, we busy doing other things. I've been kind of put in a position where I just been like on an island. All the distractions is dissipating. All the confusion of other things is becoming less quiet. I mean, yeah, the distraction of everything is the knob. The Most High is turning the knob down. As he turned the pressure up, the knob of the other things are turning down as I focus on him. A submarine dives deep and is able to sustain the pressure. The Most High put us in this war zone for centuries. We got epigenetics and the ability to survive pressure. But if you don't believe it, you can't receive it, and you'll never achieve it. Get back to this Bible. All right, now. Okay. Let me see here. Okay, 1 Timothy 1:17. Now let's go to John 14:17. Let me read it or do a refresher. The invisible, it show you the Most High is invisible. Spectrums of light are invisible. How can the Most High say he's all in all if he ain't all in all? Think about it. Everything on earth is another manifestation of the Most High. Everything. And if you don't want the Most High, guess what? He gonna honor your wish and cast you to the side. It's that simple. All right, now, John 14:17. All right. All right, now let's get up here. The Messiah said, if you love him, keep his commandments. All you so-called collaborators with the colonizer, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witnesses, especially in that courtroom, for all you colonizer sympathizers. If you love the Messiah, he said, keep them commandments. Thou shalt not covet, commit adultery. But let me keep going. And I will pray the Father. See, keep them commandments. And the Messiah, the advocate, gonna pray the Father, and he will give you another comforter, the Holy Spirit, that he may abide with you forever. See, I just said every creation, everything on earth, the Most High is in it. It is another manifestation of the Most High. You can run, but you can't hide. Remember that Bible verse what David said? If he's in Sheol, the grave, the Most High down there, if he go to hell, he there. Okay. Now, even the Spirit of truth, you can't see the Spirit of truth. It's invisible and visible. How is the Spirit of truth, the Holy Spirit, visible and invisible? Let's just take for instance Paul. You could say he was a mass murderer. He was going around killing the believers of the Most High. You could say he was a mass murderer, right? Before he received the Spirit of truth, you could see he was a killer. You see Paul, you need to go. Now, he received the Spirit of truth. You can see the Spirit of truth in him, and he did a complete 180. You can see the Spirit in Paul working, manifesting. He once was a murderer. Now, he bringing forth life. All right? Even the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive because it seeth him not. You're going to have to listen at the word. Listen, when you study the Bible, listening to the word is a two-part thing. You listen and you do what it say. That's why when your parents told you to do something and you didn't do it, they said, did you hear me? Did you hear what I said? You understand? It ain't enough to just listen. You got to obey. Just like you tell your hand that when you get ready to eat, your mind subconsciously tell your hand to dig in that plate and put that fork or spoon up to your mouth. Your hand, what if your hand don't obey what you thinking? Same thing with the Most High. But anyway, now, whom the world cannot receive the Spirit of truth because it seeth him not. A lot of times people ain't checking for the Most High. They ain't checking for him. Okay? Neither knoweth him. Remember, on judgment day, he gonna say, depart from me, I never knew you. Them gonna be so-called church folks, y'all. But ye know him, for he dwelleth in you. He is in you. He dwelleth with you. He's with you. See, this is communication. This is a relationship. You know, those of you that are married or in a relationship, your significant other is with you. But the Most High go a step further. He is inside of us. Now leave that alone. Avoid them. Them folks right there, you get involved with them, you're going to end up in prison. See? All right. I will not leave you comfortless. I will come to you. Let me go over here. All right. Let me keep going. I was just checking the comments because sometimes I forget to share my screen and stuff like that while I'm over here. Yeah. Now, you see the submarine. The submarine can avoid colliding in the canyon walls and caves using sound. The Most High's children that obey his word can avoid hellfire using sound. Let me see, can I find that Bible verse, the foolishness of preaching. Let me see here. I'm going to do a quick Google search. People call it foolish because it's simple. See, it's simple, not necessarily that it's foolish. Okay, it's simple. It's so simple a child can do it. Let me see, 1 Corinthians 1:21. Let me see here. Okay, let's go to the NIV. I don't really like the NIV, but for this part, the problem I had with the NIV, certain parts, it take out cornerstone and put capstone. Capstone is what you got on that New World Order dollar, that big pyramid with that eye up there. But yeah, you have to know how to dissect the truth. For since the wisdom of, let me go to it in the Bible over here. Let me read these and see what they got. Let's see what they come up with first, since I'm here. Since the wisdom of Yah, the world, through its wisdom, did not know him. The world can't see him. Yah was pleased through the foolishness of what was preached to save those who believe. Sound. And if you're obeying the word and the Most High is in you, guess what? Sound doctrine. You're navigating in deep depths of the holy waters, the living water, like a submarine. All right. Let me go to the Bible. Okay, 1 Corinthians 1:21. 1 Corinthians 1:21. Oh, here it is. Let's get on. Let's get it. All right. Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? For Yah have made foolish, have not Yah made foolish the wisdom of this world? Think about it. Think about it. Now, anybody that's got the Most High Spirit and obeying His word, you can destroy, you can, and it's not to be boastful. Family, oh, y'all could even see that stuff. It's not to be boastful. You could, just like, they can go, I can go, I'm talking about with the Spirit of the Most High, I can go in the college, university, they can get all they taught preachers, and I can, and with the Most High Spirit, put them to shame with the truth, because they've been learning lies. You got secret societies, you got the slave masters, you got the beast putting up these colleges that's teaching lies. It's easy to destroy lies. Y'all know why it's so easy to destroy lies? Because they don't exist. A lie isn't real. Okay? That's why they run from the truth. Okay, let me see here. Let me remove this and then share this. Okay, this is where I was at right here first. When I was showing y'all this, this is where I was at first. But I was reading out the Bible verses. All right, then I went right here to the Bible. When it said, where is wise? Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where these Bible seminary preachers at? I'm not going to go up there. See, I'm going to be in mind. I told y'all. I'm minded because I don't know who the Most High going to convert. I'm minded first to try to see if they love the Most High. And then again, it might not be them. It might be somebody around them. You understand? So you have to be mindful of the surroundings. You don't want to torpedo an ally. You want to torpedo and drop death charges on devils. Okay? So whenever the Most High give you some knowledge or a job to do, just you got to realize and you got to estimate who's friend and who's foe, who's Satan and who got to go. Okay? You can't just go in there dropping atom bombs and you and killing and blowing up everything and not being mindful that somebody in there might hear the truth and come down and convert later. Okay? I don't want to be mistaken for our brothers out there on the street that's out here. I don't agree with that stuff. That's why there's a number of things, reason why you don't see me in the camp. That 12 tribe chart with them European folks is the main one. If you do any kind of historical research, those pale people got European lineage. It's easy. But anyway, all right now. For after that, in the wisdom of Yah, the world by wisdom knew not Yah. It pleased Yah by the foolishness of preaching sound doctrine to save them that believe. It's easy to believe. You got to love the truth. In order to receive the spirit of truth, you got to live in reality. How do you live in reality? You learn, you walk by the truth. The truth is the light. You want to walk around here believing images that ain't even in the Bible. You understand? You go get your source from the colonizer. Now, let me go over here. You go get your source from the colonizer. What I mean by that, let me help y'all what I'm saying. Now, if I let's say I was a prolific mass murderer. Everywhere I went, I just slaughtered people and just stole everything and just lied to the last. Y'all wouldn't come to me for no biblical teaching, would you? How many of y'all in the chat, if you would come to me, if I was a mass murderer, Unrepentant now. Key word. Unrepentant. I was a mass murderer, a liar, and a genocider. How many of y'all would trust me with teaching y'all the Bible? Anybody? If you would trust a mass murderer, a lying thief, to teaching the Bible, let me know. I'll wait. But yet, you got this Roman casket church, the beast system, the beast the Bible was warning everybody about. Put out these Bible colleges, went everywhere, done whitewash the images, done remove scriptures, and everybody is following after the beast. And they don't see, and they can't see. They can't see. They ain't got their radar on lock. So right now, what you see me doing, I'm dropping death charges. I'm launching through the spirit of the Most High ballistic missiles. I'm through the spirit of the Most High and the power of the internet, the invisible internet. I'm launching ballistic intercontinental ballistic missiles to whoever would love the truth. From right here where I'm at, I'm hitting all wherever the sound is going. Invisible, but yet visible. Now, back to the Bible. All right, now, let me see what I got. Let's go to Colossians. Let me see. Let's go to Colossians 1:15. Colossians 1:15. You wouldn't trust you wouldn't trust no criminal that's doing mass murdering, rape, and everything else. You wouldn't trust, and in this so-called church where Christianity come from, they still got children. They got sex abuse scandals going on to this day. Nobody calls it out. Nobody, nothing. But anyway, the Klan, all of them, they gave you the Klan. But anyway, y'all go right ahead with what you hate. Go right ahead. I'm dropping death charges in the name of the Most High, in the name of Mashiach. Through the spirit of the Most High, I'm dropping death charges in the ocean of the brain. All right, now, one thing about this, you can't unhear it. You can't unhear it now. Even if you don't listen, ain't no way you might well come on to the Most High. 1:15, all right. All right, it's talking about the Messiah. All right, now, let's go, let's see. Okay, let's go to verse 9. For this cause we also, since the day we heard it, do not cease to pray for you and to desire that ye might be filled with the knowledge of his will in all wisdom and spiritual understanding. See, you're going to have to sow to the spiritual in order to reap eternal life. Well, technically, truthfully, the wicked is sowing to the wicked. They are sowing to wickedness, and they gonna reap eternal life, but it's gonna be eternal damnation. But y'all know what I'm talking. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Okay. If you don't go to work, don't expect to get no check. Faith without works is dead. No, your faith, your works ain't saving you. Your works is evidence that the Most High done gave you a new heart. You are a new creature. And you are working with you. Old things have passed away. Not I said some words and that's it. That ain't in the Bible, y'all. I said a prayer and that's it. If that's the case, the disciples didn't even have to die. If they could keep going wide open in wickedness, they didn't even have to die. All they had to do was conform to the Roman Empire. All right, let me go. Let me see here. Now, that ye might walk worthy, walk. That go your works. This is your work. If you're a bank robber, you're walking in ways that's gonna rob folks. You're gonna pattern your life. You're gonna shape your life around bank robbing. Now, if you headed to the kingdom, you're gonna be shaping and molding through the spirit of the Most High to the kingdom. And it ain't nothing. Keep them commandments. Thou shalt not steal, not thou shalt not bank, thou shalt bank rob. Okay? Worthy of the Lord unto all pleasing, being fruitful in every good work. Now, we tell on ourselves. We don't want to live around criminals. I'm an ex-criminal and I don't want to live around them. But one thing about me, I'm not trying to make myself better. It was certain things I just wouldn't do. You didn't bother me pretty much. I'm not going to bother you. But yes, I'm an ex-criminal. Apostle Paul was an ex-criminal. Okay? And not all criminals are guilty. Moses wasn't guilty of murder. You know why? Because they were prisoners of war. How is Moses guilty of murder when they is out there genociding his people? But that's a topic for another day. But according to the Egyptian laws, he was guilty of murder. See how that works? Well, when you're being genocided and you're trying to protect your people, you are in a war, but the Most High knows. Anyway, now, in every good work and increasing in the knowledge of the Most High. See, when was the last time you had an increase in the knowledge of the Most High? Or have you been 30 years in the same spot? Think about it, family. Have you been 30 years in the same spot? Y'all hit that thumbs up. 30 years, I'm talking about, you know, let's just say, for instance, and you know, and I'm, you know, I ain't been around these folks in a while. Just say, for instance, I've been going to church for 20 years and still think Easter is Friday evening from Friday evening to early Sunday morning. I'm still thinking that's 3 days and 3 nights. Ain't grew at all. Where is the increasing of the knowledge of the Most High? You give baby milk and nurture that baby gonna grow. We are the Most High's children. We're supposed to grow. The problem is we don't wanna do grown, you know, like grown folks, you get out on your own. We don't want to do that. Now, let me see here. Okay, hold on. It's a Bible verse coming to mind. I can't figure out, I can't locate it. Let me do a little meditation right quick. Okay? Let me see. Okay, let me see. I got one. All right, now here's one. This is the Messiah said, "Take my yoke upon you and learn from me. I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your soul." Learn. Yeah, I guess, yeah. You know, sometimes I don't want to study. I'm being honest. Sometimes I don't want to go to work, but I do that anyway, right? He said, take his yoke and learn from him. We don't want to learn about the Most High. See, we don't want to learn about the Most High. And I'm telling you stuff I wrestle with, right? I'm being honest now. I ain't got it together. I'm getting it together. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. All right. Okay. Let me see here. Okay, that Bible verse coming to mind now. Hold on. That Bible verse came to mind. See, if you don't learn about the Most High, this is what's gonna happen to you. See, Satan gonna start sowing seeds. Satan gonna start. He gonna have free reign, and it's gonna be a reign of terror. All right. Even as they did not. Let me see back. Let me see. Let me go back. Let me see. Romans 1:28. All right. Now, let me go to the whole chapter. It look like that ain't enough. Let's see. Go to the whole chapter. 1:28 though. All right, now. Yeah, this is a lot of meat right here. Here goes some meat. All right, now. Boy, this is a lot of meat. Let's not be ashamed. Let's start right here. Let's see. That's let me see. Romans chapter 1. Let's start at 16. I'm gonna be reading for a while because there's a lot of meat up in here. There's a lot of meat and steak and potato right here, y'all. All right, now. For I am not ashamed. I'm gonna read it verbatim. Of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of Yah unto salvation to everyone that believeth. How do I know what you believe? You just like I can tell my wife I love her, and then start beating and cheating every day, she ain't gonna believe what I say. She gonna believe my actions. Right? So why do we expect the Most High to believe we say we love him, but our actions say something else? We playing the Most High like he's slow. You understand? Look at it. For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation to everyone that believeth. You can't, your actions speak louder than your words. To the Jew first, I thought the Jews are done away with. The Jews are, anyway, it's another lesson. They go to colonize the mindset. To who first? The Israelite first, and also to the Greeks, the Gentiles, the Greeks. For therein is the righteousness of Yah revealed from faith to faith. As it is written, the just shall live by faith. People think they're going to get in heaven just because they said a prayer. Let me help you. Now, you said you believe you got a check coming. You ain't did no work. If you're disabled, you ain't filled out no paperwork. Is your check coming? Huh? Unless the Most High intervene. Did you think you gonna get a check? If you ain't put in no work, no effort, no action, but you think you gonna waltz up into heaven unrepentant and ain't did nothing. It ain't going like that. See, other people need to see your light. Your faith is your light, your actions. Other people need to see your example and follow the light out of the darkness. Echolocation. All right, now, for the wrath of Yah is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness. All right, because that which may be known. I got something going on. Let me cut this off because hold on. Let me see. This might be what it is right here. Y'all bear with me. I got an echo. That should get it. All right, now. Because, let me see. What was that? By faith. For the just shall live by faith. For the listen. The Most High ain't playing no games, y'all. He ain't playing no games. Y'all see all these floods out here? Y'all see all this turmoil and death out here? Do y'all think the Most High playing games? This stuff is in the Bible. If you read the Bible and you pay attention, you'll see the word is living and powerful. He ain't playing no games. Listen, for the wrath, that's what they don't want to teach you. They don't want to teach you about the Most High's wrath. Is revealed from heaven against all, not some ungodliness. All ungodliness, not some. See, when you clean in the house, you get everything. You don't leave bacteria laying around. You don't leave trash swept up under the rug. You don't leave rotten meat or rotten food, garbage in the house. If you cleaning, the Most High is doing a cleaning. He's going to get everything. Listen, the wrath of the Most High is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness. You know what right is. You know what wrong is. You know what good is. You know what bad is. You know what you don't want done to you. So don't do it to nobody else. The Messiah summed up all the 10 commandments into 2 commandments. Love the Most High with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. With all you got. And the second one, love your neighbor as yourself. You love yourself. You don't want nobody stealing from you. Don't you steal from nobody else. You love yourself. You don't want nobody sleeping with your wife, so don't you go sleeping with nobody's wife. You love yourself. You don't want nobody doing nothing bad. You don't want nobody killing you, so don't you go killing nobody. Okay? If you're having trouble, sum it up like that. Love the Most High with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and your neighbor like you love yourself. All right. Now, because that which may be known of God is manifest in them. For God has showed it unto him. He's showing you. He's showing you. He's showing you the Most High is in everything. I just showed you. I just showed, through him. It ain't what I'm doing. I'm just attending classes. When you spend time with the Most High, you in class. Okay, the Most High don't waste time. He don't waste time. Whenever something happens, the Most High is calculated. Okay, now. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen. Now, I can't see that oxygen, but I can look down at my chest and see it taking in oxygen. I'm not getting dizzy, so I know my brain is getting oxygen. I can't see it, but I can see it at work. So you can't see the Most High Spirit, but you look at that person's life, you should be able to see his spirit at work. All right, now, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. All right, that's why he's angry. You ain't got no excuse. His patience, even his patience. Hey. All right, now right here, because that when they knew God, they glorified him not as God. He's not getting the glory. It was a freak of nature. It was just luck that I didn't drown in the flood. I'm not laughing, but when people go talking like that, I'm like, oh man, that's all I say. But neither were thankful, but became vain in their imagination. See, your imaginations are invisible. Now, how can you see people's imagination, family? How can you see people's imaginations? I ain't gonna hold too long because I don't want y'all, to get discouraged. The Most High showing me this stuff. I just want y'all to start thinking on a deeper level. Okay? The way you can see wicked people imaginations when they start the same way you can tell to somebody, there you go. Whenever somebody go out here on a stealing spree, that's what they've been thinking about. They go out here on a raping spree, that's what they've been thinking about. They go out, whatever it is they into, that's what they've been thinking about. Okay? Now, here's the antidote for that. Though. Hold on. Okay, but it came vain in their imagination and their foolish heart was darkened. See, you don't want the light. The truth is the light. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools and changed the glory of the incorruptible God to an image made like unto a corruptible man. You got to go through the Roman casket church. If you ain't praying the Roman casket Jesus, you going to go to hell. And to birds and four-footed and all these other gods and idols they got. They got the eagle and everything else. Some nations got cows and creeping things. Wherefore God gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own heart. In other words, if that's what you want, he's going to give it to you. I mean, he's not, think about it, he's not begging you to stay. He ain't going to make you work. He ain't going to make you worship him. Okay? And to dishonor their own body between themselves. All right. Now, here is the antidote to wicked imaginations. I touched on it last night. Here is the antidote to wicked imagination. All right. Here is the antidote. Upon receiving the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit. Finally, this is meditation. So start a dedication to the meditation. Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, start imagining the truth. Whatsoever things are honest, start meditating on honesty. Whatsoever, see what you're doing, you're reprogramming, you're erasing the program that Satan tried to put there, and you're putting it with light. Whatsoever things are just. Anytime you got to go to your enemy for justice, you know you messed up. Whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of a good report. You don't want nobody talking bad about you. So when we say we are a child of the Most High, and we live for the Most High, and we go out here living like demons, that's a bad report against the Most High. Just like, a spouse got somebody out here hoeing and doing everything else. That they is a representative of their spouse. All right. If there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think, meditate on these things. Meditate. Let's look up the word meditation. How about that? Meditation focuses the concentration. Let me look up definition. All right. The act or process of meditating, a devotional exercise. Exercise your brain. Yeah, I know it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard, but you're working your way. You're working your way. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Devotional exercise. Exercise righteousness. Or of leading to contemplation. All right. A contemplative discourse, usually of a religious or philosophical subject. The act of meditating, close or continued thought. Whatsoever thing are honest. See, that's continuous. Perpetual fire. Perpetual light. It's going to bring perpetual righteous actions. All right? Let me see what this Bible verse I got. Let me see here. Let me see how long I've been going. 45 minutes. From the abundance, there you go. From the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Yes, sir. All right, now let's see here. Let me see. I think I went over all the Bible verses. Oh, yeah, let's go to Genesis 1. Genesis 1. Yeah, I got about 2 more Bible verses. All right, now. In the beginning, Yah created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep. The deep. And the spirit of Yah moved upon the face of the waters. All right, now, family. The spirit of the Most High is upon the face of the deep. You're going to have to dig through the spirit of the Most High and start plucking up them wicked imaginations. Get them weeds up out of there. Find out they're being fed somewhere. Them wicked desires are being fed. I'm telling you, that's another way to fast. Starve out them wicked desires. Before the Most High gave me the ability to stop smoking, I was saying 7 o'clock is the cutoff. I'm not smoking another one. And I stuck to it. And then I was praying and reading. Still wasn't there yet. I backslid, praying and reading. Start plucking up them weeds. Them weeds didn't get there all at once. They got there gradually. Them wicked imaginations, they could be coming from a friend that's talking in your ear. Then as they talk in your ear, you begin to visualize what they're talking about. They just planted seeds in your mind. Now, show you how easy it is to plant a seed in your mind. I've used this a couple times. Now, think about a hamburger. Well done and fully dressed, tomatoes and everything. A hamburger. Can y'all picture a hamburger? How you like it? Just give me a 1 or something in the chat. Can y'all picture a hamburger in your mind? Huh? I'll wait. Can you see the hamburger? We diving a little deep in the waters of the mind, okay? Okay. You see how that works? You go to hanging around a bunch of cutthroat killers. They go to talking about ways to rob. Next thing you know, that seed you're gonna be, as you continue to hang around them kind of folks, that seed is gonna get fertilized in wickedness, and it's gonna grow and it's gonna manifest, and you're gonna be right there with them. Okay? Find a way that stuff is being fed and starve it. Okay? Dive in that mind of yours. You know how you got there. Nobody started out full-blown wicked when they was born. It was a slow, gradual process. So don't get discouraged if it takes a slow, gradual process to overcome it. Remember, the race is not given to the swift or the strong. All you got to do is endure to the end and you will be saved. That's what the words say. Now, all right, let me see here. All right. And the Spirit of the Most High moved upon the face of the waters. And he said, let there be light. Let there be light. Whatsoever thing are honest, whatsoever thing are pure, whatsoever thing are just, whatsoever thing are righteous and holy. Y'all know what right? Start thinking on that. Whatever you want to become, the Most High give you the ability to become holy or unholy. He gave you the keys. If you want to become holy, you got to start meditating and thinking and storing in your soul things that's going to produce holy, righteous fruit. Now, if you want to become unholy, you just keep doing what you're doing. And I want to scroll down to, let me see here, 26. Because I'm going to show you something in John 1. And Yah said, let us. See, this is the Most High and his word, the Messiah. Let us. He didn't create man with angels. If the Most High used angels or anybody else to create us, then they got a stake on what we do. Think about it, family. If I go into business 50-50 with somebody, I can't just run the whole business like I want to because I got to get with the other shareholder, the other 50%. Then we come to an agreement on how we gonna move the business forward. The Most High created us by himself using his word. He didn't use no angel. An angel ain't got no say-so of our life. Okay? Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowl of the air, over the cattle, over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. Now let's get to John 1. Genesis 1. Let's go to John 1. Let's see here. In the beginning was the word. Let us. Okay. The word, y'all see that capital W, was with God, and the word was God. The same in the beginning with God. Just showed you in Genesis. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life. He spoke everything into existence. Everything. But when it came to man, he formed us out the dust. Think about that, family. He could have spoke us into existence. But he took the time to shape and mold us himself. Not him and an angel, him and somebody else. He took the time and shape and mold us himself. So he know what we capable of. Hands-on. Hands-on experience. He didn't have to do that. All right. And the life was the light of men. And the light shineth in darkness. And the darkness comprehended it not. All right. I just want to show y'all that. All right, family. I hope this helped you. Yeah. Yep. I was driving and listening to the word, and I be seeing vision. This is how I be seeing vision. When I be driving and listening to the word. And I actually listen. And this, yeah, I'm telling y'all. Okay. Y'all take care, family. Shalom. Remember, the Most High gave you the power to shape and mold. The choice is yours. But remember, you're going to be a slave to somebody. I ain't going to say a servant. A slave ain't got no choice. You going to serve Satan or you going to serve the Most High? A slave don't have a choice. A servant, that's different. Like you serve in the military. You can quit. You can get out. You see what I'm saying? You going to serve Satan or you going to serve the Most High? All right. Shalom, family. Love y'all.